Going live, going live. Going live. Hello, everybody. Already got comments. The GME AMC thing tired me out, man. I haven't cashed out, but I'm like, I stopped checking it every day. I don't care. I'm just gonna let the money sit, just do its thing. That's what I'm gonna do. Terry, thank you so much for hanging out as well. Appreciate you. Hello, sir. If you guys are just joining me, you haven't missed much because we just started the live stream. I'm gonna leading up to me leaving for tour. I think that's what, 2 more weeks, 2.5 more weeks. I'm gonna be doing the live FAQs, so I can bank as many videos as possible for when I'm actually on tour. Kent, Washington. Well, hello from Tacoma. Oregon. Hello from Tacoma. Napa. Is that Napa Valley? Or like Napa, the auto parts store? Shay, thank you for hanging out. I think I'll have a prototype set for tour. Thanks for hanging out, Mike. Oh, okay, sick. I went to a wine tasting thing at a really old castle in the Napa Valley once. You know what? Me too. Oh, hi. It's, how's everyone doing? I hope everyone is staying healthy. Sweden. What time is it in Sweden right now? It's probably pretty late. It's like literally like the whatever time it is in Seattle, it's like the opposite. 10 a.m., 10 p.m. over there. Right? Scotland. Dang. Ooh, that's cool. That's cool. I want a fritter. Yes, immediately. Stop wasting your time. If you're asking me that, you need to cut them. The Rhino Sim is actually pretty decent. Thank you so much for Nathan. I think we're gonna add the cab section that the other Sims have since had, you know, the movable mics. I think we're gonna add some effects and a tuner. I just got done uploading the amp switching video. It is awesome. It is now right there. Keeps wanting to focus on. Yep. Anyway, the new amp switcher is awesome. I would love one. It sounds amazing. I've never been to Europe, but we will be going to Europe next summer. You gotta be careful with the truss rod, but don't be scared. Power amp and cab always. That way you can, if you have to backline with somebody, you can do that. Like the entire. These are all rectifiers. I have 6 of them. Hello from Tacoma, Washington. Dude, how does that happen, though? I wish. I don't think they know who we are, though. Oh, Buffalo. We still talk about that show. Just like, oh, remember that show in Buffalo? I mean, yeah, I could do that. It would be logistically tough for people submitting videos because most people just have their cell phones. So all I would hear would be, that's not really fair. So probably not, but I like where your head's at. Yeah, I own most of them. You know what? I have not heard the new Thrice song. I heard a portion of it. What part of Tacoma are you in, bro? It is completely clear and like 75 out already. It's gonna be hot out today. Well, you're gonna have to get out of bed in order to get the pizza that you're gonna order, because you should order a pizza. I don't generally record room mics for like heavy stuff. For non-heavy stuff, yes, I will. Favorite new punk band? Get Dead's pretty good. Pablo, thank you so much for the super chat. Your question is, what happens in your chain if you put the compressor pedal before or after the wah distortions or modulations? So basically think of it as like a car's exhaust system. And if you want to compress and take out the dynamics of the distortion and wah, that's your choice to do. But generally speaking, that's why you see the compressor pre-drive and modulation and all that stuff, because those things are adding dynamics, and unless you don't want dynamics, I would put the compressor pre all of those things. Thank you so much for the super chat. Appreciate you. Single rectifiers are cool, I guess. I don't know. They're not as full featured. They sound fine. I do have my quad cortex. It's on the floor right outside my door. Because I got it out, I let people borrow it, and I just got it back and I unpacked it. I have not done any captures. That's the tough part about doing what I do. Like, I always have to be on to the next thing or make the next video or something like that. But like, a lot of people are asking me like, oh man, I bet you've captured all of your amps. I'm like, no, I just use the amps. I don't really have much of a reason to use something like the quad cortex. It's not rack mount, so for it to take up most of the space on my desk with all the cables and routing and stuff like that, it's just not practical for me to use on a daily basis. If I want to use something direct and digital, I just simply turn on my Helix that's already in the rack and wired up, and I plug into that. And the quad cortex is awesome, but it's just, I have to go out of my way to use it. I've tried a couple of them. Some of them are cool. Some of them are just weren't my thing. But no, highly doubt an actual Fortin amp will ever make it on the channel. You just don't see them anymore. Randall amps collapsed. They went under because of US Music. There was no announcement. There was no, we're closing our doors. They just went away. And they don't exist. Excited. Where you at, dude? Let's go get burritos. I do not have my Tremoverb. A dear close, like one of my best friends bought it from me, and I have access to it whenever I want. He really wanted a rectifier, and he really loved the Tremoverb, and it's in his. It will live in his studio. I mean, dude, get a single rack. Single racks are fun. Yeah, I mean, don't forget about beard balms. I don't like the oils a lot of the times because anything your beard touches is instantly like oily. So I'm like, eh. I have kept the custom. I have the custom. I sold all the other Les Pauls. Because the PRS Tremontis are the best Les Pauls. I'll never sell the custom though. I worked really hard to find that guitar, and has sentimental value. Also, it sounds great. Like, you have to have at least a Les Paul. The new Dragged Under album is finished. It's done. It is complete though. The PRSs, the Tremontis don't work with everything because there's a lot of top end to the Tremonti bridge pickup, so which translates to fizziness. Like in the Rectifiers, it's fizzy. But in a mix, it sounds great. These sound panels are called Vicoustic. V-I-Acoustic. This microphone is a Neumann BCM 104 condenser mic. This is specifically for broadcasting and radio work. I just got it a few weeks ago. And it twists like that. This is more desirable for my voice than the TLM 102 that I was using, which is now in my guitar cabinet in the other room, because this is specifically a vocal mic for broadcasting and me doing this. So there's 2 layers of filters, pop filters, and plosives, and there's no proximity effect because the low end is much more under control, whereas the TLM worked as a vocal mic but was not specifically for vocal work, if that makes sense. There was always a lot of low end woofiness, and I hated it. Although that mic sounds fantastic, it's one of my favorite mics ever. This mic I feel like is perfectly suited for my voice. The lovely folks at Neumann sent it to me because I asked them and begged them. We don't know yet. The new single that will be out very, very soon was mastered by Ted Jensen, who did Nirvana's Nevermind and, you know, Eagles Hotel California and a bunch of other very famous records. He did our song, which was cool. Very nice of him. Quad Cortex. Dude, you know, the Kemper's pretty dated now. I know they've updated the software, but like it's still the same thing as it was in 2012. So the second you turn the EQ, it falls apart. Turn down the roll down the gain on your guitar, it falls apart. I saw Billy Joe Armstrong's Strat, and I was like, I gotta do that. At Woodstock. That I wanted to make. There's been a couple of amps over the years that like logistically I never got. What are some of the amps? Not Boogie stuff. I think there was a KSR amp that Kyle was gonna send, and then someone like bought something and it had to go to them, obviously. There's been a couple of like post-NAMM, like there's one in existence, we're going to get it to you, and then it never comes because, you know, it was either damaged or purchased or something like that. Like, that happens not infrequently. I have not. What is that plugin? Who did that plugin? I am not streaming on Twitch right now. I liked the Badlander. I don't consider it a rectifier. But it is a cool amp. And mine has been on order since January. I bought one. Like, I actually legit was like, I like this amp. I would like one. Please let me give you money. And I'm still waiting for it. I read an article, and I suspect it's related. I read an article that the company that makes a lot of amp companies' transformers closed. I don't know if that has anything to do with it. I know there was a parts shortage. I haven't tried it, so I can't speak if it's worth the money. However, I suspect it will be worth the money. Hang moving blankets. Big, thick, heavy moving blankets. I would love a Roadster. I would love to screw around with the Roadster. I would actually love to get all the iterations of the Rectifiers eventually. Dude, White, you want some topo? I have some topo you can have. I'm crushing coffee right now, though, bro. I have a Boss Katana in my living room, and it's a great amp. I have a tough time with classic cars because the practicality side messes with my brain. I would love an old Mopar. I would love, like, you know, a 68 Roadrunner or something like that. However, that would be really, really impractical and unsafe because I love the idea of, like, having it look totally stock, but having disc brakes and having, you know, modern amenities and fuel injection. So I don't know. Honestly, I would, once I go down that thought process, it's like, I would just buy a new Challenger or something. They're, you know, more efficiency. The engines are more efficient. They're more powerful for less cubic inch. You know, but if I had to get an old car, I don't know, it'd probably be a Mopar because my father is a Mopar guy, and I can't help but love those cars. I love the styling of the Mopars. I think they're real classy. I also like you know, I also like the Chevys, like a '66 Chevelle, you know, pre-shovel head, you know, flat front. Gus is very old, guys. Gus is actually right here below me. Gus can barely see, and Gus can barely hear anymore. And to be honest with you, Gus is not long for this world. But he's chugging along. He's lost most of his teeth. He's very, very old. But he's in good spirits, and he eats well and sleeps most of the day. I've basically moved to completely to get good, honestly. No, I have the V2 Archon is right here. I actually asked them for one after I did my video. Not the one I did in the video, but after the fact, I was like, hey, if you have one kicking around, can I get one? Because I love the amp. The amp is the V1 Archon. I thought was very much, it was a cool amp, but I thought it was underwhelming. The V2 is not underwhelming at all. He is a good doggo. You know, we all get old, man. This is what we sign up for as owners. Pop punk. Pop punk is coming back hard. You know, Marshall lost the pizzazz they had and they're going into the early 2000s. And they had a lot of misses. And, you know, respect to them for trying new things. But their product line is the same as it was in the 90s. So basically, more or less, that's what the the products that people care about for Marshall are their legacy products. They're basically the amp version of Gibson, which is totally fine. But I think they rest on their legacy a little too hard, in my opinion. Blue Angel's good. The Lone Star's super sick. I also have heard what's the new one? Not the Fillmore. California Tweed. California Tweed. Slowing down and practicing to a metronome. Practicing to a metronome. Anything. Just practice to a metronome. I have not. I have not. I want to, though. I want to. I've never heard of Belmont, but I will check them out. Thank you for the recommendation, Jake. I would rather buy a guitar. However, I would love to build a guitar. I would love to try. Like, if I had someone like with me, like, okay, now you're gonna want to take this tool and you're gonna want to, like, I would love to do that. Which dual rec is it though? Honestly, the Dual Rev F or the Dual Rev E or the KSR modded amp, which I need to put that video out. Dude, I have like a dozen videos uploaded and ready to go. So every day I'm like, what should I put out today? You basically pick an exercise and you're going to, I mean, there's websites that are metronome websites and you can just set the BPM and then just practice your thing. I did a video on them. They're really cool. We don't have much live production going into future touring because we're going to be opening, not headlining. So it's kind of related. I wish we had a larger vehicle to take more crew because I would love to have support, like, you know, a guitar tech and a lighting guy, a front house guy, like all these things. Like, we just don't have the physical space for it. It's not even a money issue. I would love to check out the Dusty Sig from PRS. Getting backseated by Paul Reed Smith going, that's okay, no. No, I've asked Doug, and he said there will be no rack mount version of the Quad Cortex. Yeah, I was just thinking about this the other day, because the EVH Frankie, who doesn't want that guitar? I would love that guitar. I just feel it. I hum it in my head, and if I play the riff, I'm like, needs to be lower, then I'll go grab another guitar in a different tuning. For Drag to Under, Tony determines what the tuning's going to be in generally, because his vocal range. Probably not, honestly. Yep. That's exactly how it works. But hopefully if it's a bigger tour and the larger band is cool, they can help you offset these costs by paying you well, but also not doing things like taking a cut of your merch, which is a thing at the 3,000 cap venue level that we're going to be playing at. Like, it's really common for the venue and or the headlining band to take a cut of the money you make from merch, which is fucked. We would never do that. Thankfully, I'm happy to report that the Used and Beartooth aren't doing that, because they're cool and they're bros and they get it and they actually are supportive. But that's not always the case with bands. Mesa for me. This depends on the amp. My 2-channel Boogie rectifiers, I have all new old stock 6L6 STR 420s in the power section. Basically all Chinese tubes. They sound the best in the rectifiers, but like something like the 3-channel rectifier, it's all Eurotube stuff, JJ, because that's what it was designed around. You probably made a good choice. I pre-ordered the iconic 5150 as well. I bought one. Evertune is a great tool. Having been their rep for a few years, they actually, they do serve a purpose. I think their place is most at home in a live situation, touring guitars and things like that. I don't think every single guitar needs an Evertune. A well set up guitar does not need an Evertune. Now, will an Evertune help on a guitar that you're traveling a lot and going from one severe climate to another? Yes, absolutely. Is it a golden arrow to make a crap guitar awesome? No. It's only as good as, the guitar it's going on to. So, does it change the sound? A little bit, yeah, it does. What coffee am I drinking? I'm drinking 7 Coffee Roasters out of Seattle, Washington. This is the bitch brew. I mean, I think the question is, will for the likes of you play shows ever again? Because I don't think they are going to. Yeah, I have a guitar coming. It's a Dunable. And it's so sick. If I ever did a fluff sig, it would be, honestly, it'd be my Blue Sparkle Music Man, Mr. Sparkle. Because, I don't know, that guitar's just amazing. Absolutely. Thrice and Tepe got me back into playing guitar in 2002 when Illusion of Safety came out. Panama amps went under, I believe, because they were run by 2 dudes who didn't know what they were doing, and you got to pay your bills in order to maintain as a company. That's all I'll say about that. I had to send that back. It may be the R2. It may be. There's a picture on Dunable's Instagram. See if you can see, guess which one's mine. The Bernie as well. It's I saw it yesterday. It's in its case. I love it. No, stay away from 10S guitars. Just don't. Maybe? You'll definitely have to get it set up. Might be. You're coming out, buddy. You better come out. I mean, we'll be around, so. No. I'm gonna be, hopefully, I'm hoping that I'll have the prototype set of my Fishman set for tour. Les Paul. I don't jive with the McCartys. I've done several videos for Lundgren. Their pickups are awesome. Stop. Who cares, dude? I got tired of the AMC GME thing. It's fatiguing. I didn't pull anything. I'm leaving the money there, and maybe I'll be pleasantly surprised in 2 years when I check it again. I don't care anymore. Same with crypto. It doesn't matter how much I put into crypto. It always ends up, the value of my portfolio is always $200. I like the standards and the customs. I mean, we'll be in San Jose. Oh, look who's here, guys. Mr. Keith Williams. What's up, sir? I hope you are healthy and well. We're just hanging out, taking some questions, and doing our Monday thing, sipping some coffee. I have a little bit of coffee left. Just a little bit. This is the last of it. That's it. The Nomad was great. That was a great, great amplifier. I've tried some solar guitars at NAMM. They're awesome. Man, I'm always working on riffs, dog. Most favorite coffees, 7 Coffee Roasters in Seattle. They're a teeny tiny little shop. I am drinking the Bitch Brew currently. SeattleCoffeeRoasters.com. Just really, really, really good coffee. Real small team there. They're awesome. If you could play one show as a fill-in guitarist for a band, but you couldn't play another show for the rest of your life, which band would it be for? Ooh. I don't know. It'd probably be... and this is assuming I can play the material. And I can never play a show for the rest of my life. I don't know if I'd even do that. I don't know. Playing a show with Bad Religion would be pretty mind-blowing. Good looking out. All right. I stopped watching The Walking Dead season 6. That show got dumb. But I am curious on how they're going to end it. So let's see. When I left off, it was right before they were still... I got sick of the Negan thing. The Negan thing was just like, how many years are we going to spend messing around with this guy? When I left, it was, the dude with the tiger. Carol went off to live by herself. That's the last thing I saw on The Walking Dead. Dude, Saint Anger, I'll always remember me and my friends going to Blockbuster Music and buying the CD, getting a case of beer. We were 21 years old. And we get to my buddy's house who had a killer sound system, and we put it on, and we're all huddled around this huge stereo, and we put on the first track. Maybe that was just the intro. Next track. Here we go. Maybe next track. Let's check out the next track. It's probably sick. It was horrible. It's such a letdown. There's no solos in this thing. Or that was going to be my second choice, Kevin. Bad Religion or Alice in Chains. It's the negativity with the Alice in Chains that bothers me, though, because if you watch their old shows with Lane, it's dark. I don't know if I want to do that. I want it to be a positive experience. That's why I didn't choose Alice in Chains. I almost chose Mastodon. Wyatt, you're fucking wrong. It's not killer. Maybe for a song or two, yes. For a stylistic choice, I could see it, and I back it. But for the whole album, you're out of your mind. Boo this man. Boo him. Yeah, dude, it was like, what, AC/DC, Metallica, Pantera, and the Black Crowes. I don't know. I have. Dude, right? Lars even makes fun of the snare. I would love to know the thought process that went into... That sounds good, right? Yeah? Is that cool? Is that sick? I'm feeling that. And people are like... Yeah, like there was nobody going, let's try a different snare. Let's just try it. Like, what? Is that what happens when Hetfield goes to rehab? Wow. I mean, clearly he's not a total idiot. He's in a very successful band. They've worked very hard. I guess, have you ever heard Jim Brewer's story about hanging out with Lars? It's hilarious. I highly recommend you look that up. What's in the fucking bag? Yeah, it's a rectifier, a 2-channel rectifier mixed with a Mesa Boogie 50 Cal Plus. Those amps sound unique as hell, and the blend is unique as hell. Our Dragnet groupies are typically groups of dudes wanting to talk about overdrives. Which I'm fine with. It's all good. I mean, you do have to make business decisions. You do. Because an idiot would have blown all that money. I'm not defending Lars, by the way. I'm just saying. I have watched some of the Woodstock 99 doc. Yes. I did start it. He did. Yep. My favorite overdrive is the Maxon OD9 or It's not an overdrive, it's like a boost. The Peppers trees, I shouldn't even tell you guys. It's the secret. Peppers Pedals Dirty Tree is literally the greatest fucking pedal ever. Oh my lord. Dunable's not here yet. I don't know, but I absolutely wanted to be there at that time. I was 19 when that happened. MTV broadcast the whole thing in real time. It was so sick. You know what? Not anymore, Wyatt. We're going to move on to something else. Yes, I do. Dude wipes. Not just for wiping the nether regions, but for generally just wiping off. Dude wipes are great because they're plant-based and they're biodegradable. Fingernail clippers. Stage clothes. And Q-tips. No, I wouldn't. I don't care. I have a few buddies that have the original ones. They're pretty noisy. I have. It was a cool guitar. Touring diet is anything I can find that's generally plant-based, vegan, or you know, it doesn't have to be vegan per se, but like I try to eat light and I try to not eat heavy because having explosive diarrhea in the middle of nowhere at 3 o'clock in the morning in a van is one of the worst experiences you can have as a human being. Quick, pull over, pull over, pull over. Right now, guys, no, right now, pull over. I don't care where we are, pull over, please. Sucks. So I am very careful when we eat on the road. At one time, yeah, dude, you earned it. Ooh, the MTV Spring Break stuff was awesome. Yeah, I warm up and stretch 30 minutes before every show. Start jumping up and down, stretching out my hands, warming up on a guitar. I have not. Thanks for the rec, though. Love me some docs. What's up, dude? Cape Town. Where can you see the full We'll Do It live show? You can't see it anywhere currently. We're thinking about maybe putting it out. The EP is going to come out. I can't remember if we're going to release the thing or not. You can see most of it on the YouTube channel once the EP comes out soon. Because the songs that are on the EP are like 6 out of the 8, and those videos I think are going to be out. 100% not DHL. DHL is actually the only carrier that I would use internationally because they actually give you, they let you know where it's at. I am not rich. Well, material-wise, yeah. As I'm surrounded by amps, I am not rich. Well, yeah, like I'm rich with amps, yeah, for sure. PRS Archon 50 or a modded KSR rectifier or an EVH 5150. Yamaha Rev Stars are very good. I would agree with Terry. No, wait. No, UPS? No. I have so much shipping experience. Honestly, USPS, which I don't even know if you can count that because it's the government. FedEx. I had 2 rectifiers. Arrive at the same time. One came from Los Angeles, 2 states away. Typically that's 2 days no matter what. And the other came from the East Coast. The amp from the East Coast arrived before the one in LA because the one in LA went east and then it went north and then it came back west and it ping-ponged back and forth and did all sorts of loop-de-loops. FedEx sucks. And they're like, yeah, we're not really sure what's happening or where your amp is exactly at, but we're sure it's going to turn up. And I was like, what? USPS though. USPS. I had a guitar come from Portland, a state away, go to Alaska, and then come back down to Seattle. Figure that out. UPS did. All of them are terrible. Let's just agree on that. UPS dropped my triple rectifier off a loading dock and ruined it. Now, see, I love this part because I have a dog. And I don't want to be bothered. Don't knock on my door. I actually have a sign on the front of my house saying, don't knock on my fucking door. If it's like minty, yeah. DHL, dude. DHL is awesome. Never had a problem. I've sent stuff all over the world and they have done me right so far. Damn. Guys, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm hungry. Also, I want more coffee. Also, I need to get some work done. I appreciate you. I hope you all are staying healthy. Oh yeah. I will check the, I'm gonna literally, I have to go look at the Jerry Cantrell Signature Gibson. I haven't seen it. Anyways, I appreciate you all. I'm gonna get out of here. Oh yeah, Kyle, what's up, dude? You're a little late to the party. I'm getting out of here. And with that, take care of yourselves. Take care of your family. Love with your heart. Use your brain for everything else. Love out.